Tier list guys, and I will be reading the 2021 NBA point guards. So first up, we have Avery Bradley, who I think honestly is a below average point guard. Um, yeah, that's all I can really say. He was a below average point guard. I don't even think he started this year, so I think I might be off a little bit. I think this is 2020, but I'm gonna be going off the 2021 stats. So yeah. Now we have Ben Simmons. I think Ben Simmons is an all-star, 15, 8, and 8. That's pretty good stats overall. I think his scoring could have went up. They just lost to the Hawks in the playoffs, which was actually very disappointing. Ben Simmons had 5 points in the game 7. Trae Young was ice Trae, and yeah, I think Ben Simmons really needs to work on shooting and free throws, and that will get him to the superstar level, but I don't think he's there right now. Now we have Chris Paul. He's an all-star. When you're the point guard, you can shovel the pass and shoot that mid-range. I think he's an all-star. He's putting up consistent numbers at an older age, and I just think he's pretty good. Superstar, we have Damian Lillard dropping 30 points, like I think it's 7 or 8 assists or 6. I don't know. I'm thinking of Curry stats, but I know Damian Lillard was dropping 30, high assists, like 5 rebounds about 7 assists. So, I think he's a superstar. Definitely like if there was all-star team, he'd definitely be a starter for me. But yeah. Now we have D'Angelo Russell. I think he's an above average player. I don't think he's an all-star. I don't know how young he is. I think he's like 26, 28, around that range. Um, I think he's still progressing a little bit. I think he really needs to work on passing and rebounding. He drops 20 per game, which is pretty consistent. I think he can boost it up to like maybe 26. He'll be an all star, but he's just got to work on a few things and he'll be an all star soon enough. Now we have an average player in think that's Darius Garland. Yeah, that's Darius Garland. Um, yeah, I think he still has some work to do. I think he's still developing as a player. That's why I'm not going to put him in above average as of right now. I think he's still progressing. I think he can be an above average player, but as of right now, he's just an average player. Now we have De'Aaron Fox. I think he is an all star level player. I think a lot of people sleep on De'Aaron Fox. Um, I don't know, like he's an all-star, right? But like he's not making it every year type thing. Like there's people who do put up better stats than him that are all-stars and he's just not always going to make the team. Now we have DeJounte Murray. I think he's an above average player. He drops like actually, I'll put him at yeah, I'm going to keep him at above average. DeJounte Murray really good. I had him on my fantasy team. He was like 15, 7, and 5. I think those are pretty good stats. He could work on his points, and if he works on that, I think he will be an all-star eventually, but I think he's still progressing. He's kind of like D'Angelo Russell, except his rebounding and assists are higher, but D'Angelo points are higher. Now we have D D Rose. I think he's still an above average player. I don't think he's even close to an all star. Dropping 20. He's kind of like a D'Angelo Russell. Um, I don't know. He's very inconsistent, so I think I might drop him down to average point guard. Um, I think he's still pretty inconsistent. He did really good in the playoffs, but like during the regular season, he wasn't very consistent. Now we had Alfred Payton. I think he is a below average player. I don't know. I didn't really watch a ton of Knicks basketball, but what I have heard about Knicks basketball is that Julius Randle put them on his back. So yeah, that's my opinion. I think he's just a below average player. Now we have Eric Bledsoe, below average. I don't know what he did. He had a huge drop off after going to the Pelicans. I mean, they put him on as a 6 man, or he was either the shooting guard this year. So I don't know like I said, this isn't really updated very well. I think this is still 2020. But yeah, I think he's a below average point guard. Now we have John Morant, definite all star. Getting to the superstar level, not quite there yet. Still has time to progress. Sorry, this is only what, his second, third year. I think it's still a second year, so he still has time to progress. Actually, no, wait, this is his third year. Yeah, this was his third year. I think he still has time to progress to become a superstar. Now we have Jamal Murray. I think he's above average. I don't think he's anywhere above that. I think he's pretty much overrated in my opinion. People think he's an all-star. He only puts up 18 points per game. I know it's not all about statistics, but I mean, I do watch him. He's more of a flashy passer, but that's not really all-star level. Now we have John Wall. I think he was honestly average. People are putting him in the below average category. I think he dropped 20 points per game. Actually no, I'm dropping him to below. Just because of how the Rockets did, you would expect John Wall to do better. And he had Christian Wood by his side, so like I would expect them to do better. If it wasn't for their record, I put him at maybe above, most likely, more than likely average. Now we have Kemba Walker, just an average player, you know. Actually, mm, let me think. Kemba, yeah, I think it's fair to put him in the same category as D'Angelo Russell because I feel like they drop primarily like pretty much the same stats, pretty much, except yeah, I mean, yeah, I think this is fair. I don't really know how to explain it, but yeah, I think I might drop DeJounte. I think he's average, actually, now that I think about it, because these players are just, he's not even in comparison to these players. So now we have Kendrick Nunn. I think he's an average player. Still a rookie. I see still has time to progress. I think he can get to the above average, maybe a De'Aaron Fox type all star. But yeah, now we have Kyle Lowry. I think he's still above average. I think he's still putting up pretty decent numbers for how old he is. Yeah, he's just a good player in general. Now we have Kyrie Irving, definite all star, maybe a superstar. Uh, yeah, I'm gonna put him in the superstar category. I think Kyrie Irving's a really good point guard. He can pass it out. He can shoot. I think he's just the whole, and he's always making the All Star game. Like he's never not making it. Now we have Lonzo Ball. I think he's actually average. I was thinking about the above average, but he really needs to work on his points per game. And that will really set him above the others when it comes to that stuff. So now we have Luka Doncic. They put him primarily at small forward, but I guess they put him at point guard as well. So I'm just gonna roll with it. So we have Luka Doncic at superstar. I think that's a good category for him. I think actually all star. No, superstar, all star, superstar. I think he's a superstar. Putting up 30, pretty much 8 and 8. Those stats are kind of crazy. I'm gonna drop Kyrie. Um, because I think Luka is one of the top 5 players in the league, arguably. It depends how I'm feeling, but I think Luka can be one of the top 5 players in the league. That's why I'm putting him there. Now we have Malcolm Brogdon. I think he's an above average player. I think that's a good fit. I think he's kind of like a D'Angelo Russell as well. I just think he's a good fit in this category. So now we have Markelle Fultz. I think he's an average player. Still has work to do. He's a younger player. He kind of has similar stats to D'Angelo and Malcolm, but him getting injured, I'm just going to put him at average for now. Now we have Mike Conley. I think he's an above average point guard. He can shoot the three. I don't think he was deserving of the All-Star spot. I'm not even going to lie about that. That's why I'm definitely not putting him here. But yeah, now we have Patrick Beverly. I think he's average. The defense really does him bits, but I think he really needs to work on his offensive game. And then I'll put him probably at above average. I don't think he'll ever be an all-star. Now we have Ricky Rubio. I think he's a below average. Very inconsistent. I think he's a six man this year. But yeah, I don't know. I don't think he's really average anymore. He used to be average, maybe above average, but I don't think he's ever been all-star level. Nor I don't, um, yeah, I don't know. I just don't think he's average. Russell Westbrook, I think he's still all-star level. When you're putting up triple doubles every game, I mean, how are you not an all-star? Like, I don't know how he didn't make an all-star team. Now we have Stephen Curry, easiest superstar of the day. Yeah, he's just a superstar. Now we have Trae Young. I'm just skipping these two for now, and I'm gonna put him at All Star. Really high level player. Very close to being a superstar. I just think he needs to get a little bit more consistent with the shooting. He'll be a superstar, but as of right now, he's not a superstar. Now you have Terry Rozier. I think I'm gonna put him at the above average level. Very, 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 very close to an All Star, but I don't think he's quite there yet. I think he needs to work on the passing, a little bit of the rebounding, and I think he will be an all-star. Now you have Thomas Satoransky. I'm going to put him at below average. When your team has such a bad record, you cannot be put any higher. I am taking partially an account record. As you can see, John Wall would generally be average to above, but when your team does that bad, you're honestly one of the problems because your team should not be doing that bad. But yeah, that's just the video. Hope you guys enjoyed. As always, like, subscribe, turn on post notifications. And these are the point guards for the 2021 NBA season. And this is my opinion. As always, give feedback in the comments to see whether you agree with some of my picks, disagree. But I hope you guys enjoyed, and peace out.